All right, so we're checking out this waterproof case for the DJI O3 system. This is something that showed up on the, I think it was their waterproof drone, the Hulk, and there was, there's an analog version, of course, which I reviewed, and then this DJI O3 version came out with this case. So the O3 air unit and the camera is encased in here, and it's supposed to be waterproof and with a IP67 rating. And I did have to Google that to find out what that meant. Basically, it means that it can survive in up to 1 meter of water, and I'm not exactly sure how long. Probably not forever. So up to a depth of 1 meter. So obviously, if you're using this on a drone that floats, it should be fine for splashes, that kind of thing. And it comes in 2 pieces like this, and this is CNC aluminum all around. So the O3 air unit sits obviously in this lower part here, and you can see the thermal paste that is already applied to the case. There's some clear plastic there that is on top of there, so you have to remove that first, and then it'll stick to the O3 air unit to transfer the heat over to the outside of the case. So the case basically absorbs all the heat from the O3 air unit, and then it'll get cooled as you're flying along. The camera is going to sit here on the top, and of course with the lens pointing out here in the front, and then the antenna is going to pop out in this section over here. There's a hole over here for that, and then there's some spare parts here, like this little piece here is for the antenna. They're gonna stick that in that hole with the antenna, and then that'll plug up that hole, so make it waterproof. You got a spare cover here for the USB port. It's also silicone, and then you get some small M2 screws for spares, and then you get some spare thermal paste as well, and this has some clear plastic. It's kind of shiny there on top, but you can see stick the O3 air unit there. You plug it in there through the 6 wires, and you see it's got some silicone there, and then comes out the back over here, and this is all siliconed up. They didn't put a plug on this end here, just kind of bare wire, which with these pieces that can go into a plug, and they do include 2 of these 4-pin connectors on here. Not sure why they didn't include a 6-pin connector. That would be the obvious one because there's 6 wires. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I imagine most people that are going to be using this, on a waterproof drone, most likely not going to be using the connector anyway. They're going to cut off these little metal pieces and then directly solder to the flight controller, and then waterproof that so that it's basically not going to be electrically conductive. The case weighs about 64 grams, I believe. With the O3 air unit in there, it's like 153 grams, so pretty heavy. And it's going to mount to your drone via these finger mounts here, standard GoPro style mounts, and they do include a screw and nut for that to mount to your drone. It obviously is going to sit up pretty high up compared to GoPro. It's even taller than regular GoPro, even the Hero 11. So yeah, it's going to sit up pretty high. So I'm not sure why they'd let it go like that instead of going sideways like a regular like a regular Hero camera like this. Now it could be possible. Actually, I'm thinking about you might be able to rotate the camera to maybe mount it sideways for better, airflow. But I think the way you can see how the lens is, or the way it's indented, it's not. Basically, the sides of the metal casing are going to probably show up if you rotate the camera 90 degrees, and I don't see a way that would work. Yeah, so anyway, that's not how it's intended to work. And then you can see it's got this silicone here to prevent water from getting in. And then just put the air unit in there, antenna, connect up the antenna, and then there's 4 screws in the back that will you tighten those up, and then that will seal it up. And then this is the flap for the USB port. So you have to kind of get your fingernail in here. It's in there pretty good. And then you can peel it back. So it looks like that'll work okay. I probably am not going to be doing anything with this because I don't typically fly around water or fly any waterproof drones. So And so I don't see any, for me, I don't see any specific use for it, but let me know if you think that you might have a particular use case for this. And maybe if there's a really good story in the comments, I might give it away to somebody. But lately, whenever I ask for a good story, most of the comments are pretty lame, so I'm not that hopeful. But I think it's about $60 for this, so it's not cheap. They do include this already with the O3 air unit included for, I think it was like $280. So you save like $10 for the combined cost. It's usually like $230, and then $60 would be $290. So if you get it from them with the O3 air unit, you save like $10. Yeah, I don't know how useful you think this will be for you if you fly around water a lot. Let me know down in the comments. Anyway, I think that's going to cover for this video. The link will be down in the video description if you want to check it out. Talk to you guys in the next video.